to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest questions that Kenyans are asking is just how serious is Raila Odinga with his calls for demonstrations? And the answer is very simple. Raila is more serious, more than you can imagine. A few days ago, when Raila suspended the demonstrations, Kenyans criticized him for doing this because they felt that William Ruto was using him just to buy time, because there had been other allegations of someone trying to tamper with the server. But Raila held the social meetings, and he said that after the Holy Ramadan, he would call on his supporters to resume the demonstrations. As this was going on, revelations that are coming is that Raila has written a letter to the ICC court in Netherlands at The Hague. And this letter is coming at the right time, because some of us had really made a lot of noise asking Raila to ensure that he invites the ICC to the country, because the level of police brutality and attempted murder on their convoy and on his supporters was just too high, and the intention was to kill. In that letter, let us just read. Raila lawyer writes to ICC, lists 9 demands against William Ruto's government. Azimio la Umoja Coalition on Friday, April 14th, wrote to the International Criminal Court ICC based at The Hague, Netherlands, demanding an inquiry into the political situation in Kenya. In the letter penned by lawyer Paul Mwangi, who is the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's lawyer, Azimio accused President William Ruto of disdain for the Constitution and laws of Kenya, as well as contempt for democracy and its institutions. Just in a nutshell, in that letter, Raila Odinga is accusing the Inspector General of Police, Japhet Koome, of forming a rogue police unit to target Azimio supporters. And they say that these rogue policemen are taking command from specific police bosses who have been assigned by Japhet Koome. Their responsibility is to kill, to shoot to kill. Further, the Azimio says that the police usurp the powers of the judiciary by banning the Azimio demonstrations that has been allowed in the Constitution. Several things have been mentioned. They have mentioned the invasion of Uhuru's Northland private property, where goons went and invaded, took away animals and burnt it. They are also saying that 9 people died and another 10 seriously injured and nursing wounds. And in this letter, they also say that the government of Kenya is targeting Raila Odinga. And Paul Mwangi says that they want to eliminate the Azimio fraternity from the economic and political scene in Kenya, thereby denying them the right to enjoy their rights as is held in the Bill of Rights. So this letter elaborates quite a number of things, and they want the ICC to come to Kenya to investigate. This is how Paul Mwangi completes the letter. In conclusion, this is what Paul Mwangi says, that this communication states that there exists a deliberate policy by the Kenya Kwanza coalition leadership, both within and outside government, to eliminate members of Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition party from Kenya's economic and political life, and to execute physical attacks on any member of the Azimio coalition who expresses any dissent there, to which are intended to, or in any case prevent the said members from enjoying human rights and fundamental freedoms recognized under the international law. So they asked the International Court to intervene over the listed issues. If you ask me, this letter has come at the right time, because when Raila Odinga called off the demonstrations. It came against a backdrop of a stern warning from Brigadier Gachagua, who said that on that what I call fateful Monday, what would have been a fateful Monday, he had warned that he was going to teach the Azimio party a lesson, and that it was going to be the last time any Kenyan would ever think of demonstrations in this country. Then we also got wind of certain amount of firearms that got lost from the armory. And there was a close connection between the rogue policemen, the elite squad that this letter is talking about, and the lost firearms, missing firearms. And it seemed, because we also got wind of a conversation, a leaked chat between two policemen, just revealing how serious this thing was, and they wanted to kill people. We also heard of goons who were hosted in Karen, at first in the house of Rigathi Gachagua. Then later they unleashed terror on the Azimio supporters. They burnt churches, they burnt mosques, and they invaded Uhuru's land. Then those attempts, 9 bullets being targeted at Raila's convoy. Because the question is, what if Raila's car had not been armored? What would have happened? We would have been talking about something else. Kimani Ichung'wah had said that even if you arrest Raila, nothing will happen. He just came sort of saying that even if you kill Raila, nothing will happen. In fact, that is what they wanted to do. And they had even tried to threaten Raila with the ICC. They tried threatening Raila with the diplomats. So Raila is ahead of the game. And they have written this letter, and they are inviting the ICC to come to Kenya. It is also coming against the backdrop of certain attempts from the USA, sending their senator, the Senator of Delaware, Chris Coons, to convince Raila to stop his pursuit for electoral justice, for economic justice. And Raila has said no. So this time round, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be different, because it seems that when Raila calls for these demonstrations, William Ruto must go slow. The police must go slow, because there seemed to be a shoot to kill order. We have seen policemen banning the Azimio rallies without any reason, yet it is entrenched in the constitution. We have seen the police lobbing tear gas and live bullets to the Azimio demonstrations when they are innocent, when they are peaceful, and they don't pose any threat. So this letter has come at the right time. It is really causing panic at the government quarters. And ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me, this is the right direction. We call upon both those who are demonstrating to uphold the law. The police must also uphold the law. And that is my take.